Um, the other issue is that when they were unloading it, they loaded it in the wrong direction. I had sent photos showing what direction the door needed to be in. They loaded it in the wrong direction. They sent me one photo of one corner of it, so I didn't really get to see anything before it came. And then we were sort of in a trauma kind of situation because the when the guy arrived, of course, he had it on backward. He didn't speak English. Fortunately, we had someone here who spoke Portuguese, and I spoke Spanish with the guy, so we were able to communicate somewhat. But the biggest problem that we ran into is the hydraulics were broken on the delivery vehicle. So I had all kinds of people out here. We had to repair the hydraulics on his vehicle. We got that working because he couldn't unload anything, couldn't move anything. And then once we got that fixed, in order to turn it around, he needed the winch to work, but his winch was broken, I guess. So, and we had to go through some real acrobatics. I had 4 people out here trying to get this thing turned around on the trailer so that he could deliver it in the correct direction. And you can talk to Tommy, and I can show you some, I mean, we sent photos showing it how it had to be. I even did a video call with Clint showing him everything, and so everybody knew what direction the container was supposed to be in. That was a hell of a lot of labor. I had hours and hours of labor, and then he was not able to place it in the right spot. I ended up driving the truck for the guy to actually move it into position because he just couldn't get the angles, and I got it in. But because of the other side of the container being similarly bowed out, we couldn't move it all the way over. We couldn't do it with the truck, and so we ended up having to get other equipment in here to be able to move it, to that position. That's not the biggest complaint, but definitely, we shouldn't have had to fix the hydraulics on the truck. We should not have had to to deal with all the labor because they didn't have a winch in order to be able to turn it around, which was an error on the part of somebody, not us. That was a lot of labor. I had like 4 guys out here trying to figure out ways of being able to move this thing over, and we shouldn't have had to do that. It would have been an easy drop if the side of the container wasn't so bowed out that you can't put it against the other container, number one. And number two, if the guy had the winch, we would have been able to do that, but we weren't able to do it because there was no winch. So it made it very difficult to drop the container off. We had to build a piece on the other end to hold it because we didn't have the ability to pull it off of the landau. So, definitely feel there needs to be an adjustment here. And of course, my first step, is to talk to you guys and, make that, hopefully you guys would be reasonable and understand what your customer's been through and take care of your customer. And I'm really hoping that it goes that way. And, we do plan to buy 2 more containers. Obviously, I would expect, you to take all of this into consideration. So please give me a call back, 607-759-7153. Please do not ignore this message. That would be really bad. Okay? Thank you.